Hi guys, so I'm back with another video. Today I do have you guys by like my beauty area where I get ready and stuff, but today is gonna be over a video over dental assisting. So I just kind of like this area for filming, but I'm not gonna get too off track. I want to make this video kind of short and sweet, but this is my part one, what to expect dental assisting series. This one's going to be over choosing a bigger dental practice, like a bigger office, I guess, that has multiple doctors in it. I'm gonna have to figure out how I want to name this video, that way you guys can find it, but I'll figure it out. But if you guys are ready to get into the topic, so you guys can know what to expect if you guys are choosing this type of office, then just keep watching. Okay, so I wrote a little bit of notes or whatever, because this is the office that, this is a type of setting that I was working in whenever I was a dental assistant. So I did choose a bigger dental office. Well, I didn't really choose it, but there's like stuff floating. I did a 3-month class. It was like short and simple, and I did it through a practice, what am I trying to say? I did it through the company that has a big dental practice, if that makes sense. So after we were done with the 3-month course or whatever, they gave us an opportunity to interview to see if we wanted to work for them. So that's how I ended up working for them. So I just wanted to talk about like some of the key points that I want you guys to know if you are choosing to go to a bigger practice versus a private practice. So I put different days off. So there, like at the practice that I was at, there was like maybe, let's see, 4 or 5 different doctors in the office. So every doctor had a day off during the week, if that makes sense. So my doctor was off on Fridays, and then we worked every other Saturday. So yeah, it was cool because like every other week we would get a 3-day weekend. So also keep that in mind that usually in dental you don't always get 40 hours a week. And then if you do want more hours, you're most likely going to be working for a different doctor. Like that day, you're going to be helping out a different doctor because your doctor is going to have a day off every week. Okay. Second topic, it's kind of like piggybacking off of that last one. Vacation for the doctor. So this is one thing that I really didn't like whenever I was assisting. Anytime my doctor was taking vacation, I was assisting another doctor, because just because your doctor goes on vacation doesn't mean you're going to be on vacation. So that means you still got to get your coins, you still got to work, and you will be assisting a different doctor. And if you guys assist, sorry, I want this to be on, but if you guys are already dental assistants, you know that you like work in a team. So like when you're at a bigger practice, there's like, you're going to be working under a designated doctor, obviously, and then within that doctor there's a team of assistants. So there's like 3 or 4 assistants that work under that doctor, but whenever your doctor's on vacation, you guys get split up, and then they're like, okay, you're gonna help Dr. such and such, you're gonna help Dr. such and such or whatever. And for that reason, you obviously get comfortable assisting your doctor. So it does get a little bit uncomfortable because things are different for another doctor. So that's one thing that you guys should keep in mind when job searching if you're thinking about working for a bigger practice. Okay, moving on. Other doctors need help because someone calls off, etc. So also, like, kind of piggybacking off of your doctor being on vacation, there are other scenarios that you would be helping out different doctors. So another scenario is just simply that, like, another doctor needs help, and yes, obviously there's a certain amount of assistants that are on a doctor's team. So of course, you know, you could say like, well, my doctor needs me, but sometimes there are like cases where like 2 assistants will call out on one day for a doctor, and then, you know, your doctor is fine with running a little bit short. So yeah, I'm telling y'all, I used to hate those days, like whenever I had to help another doctor or when my doctor was on vacation. I want to know like what it is I'm gonna be doing, you know what I mean? I work for this doctor, and sometimes you don't find out until you go in that you're gonna be helping out a different doctor. So that kind of sucks. But my last point is what is my last point? Oh, okay. So I guess like the big thing for me and why I didn't like working for other doctors is because when you go to school, you learn how to set up for your procedures and stuff, you know, by the book. But when you are actually practicing, like you're actually in the chair and you're like working on a day-to-day basis and you're with your doctor likes things to be done a certain way, or like they want their setup to be a certain way, or they like certain tools that they use for that procedure. It's not going to always be exactly how they teach you in dental assisting school. So with that being said, whenever you work for a different doctor, you don't always know how to set up. And if you guys are like currently practicing, or like you're a dental assistant, you know what I'm talking about. Like, especially when you're in a bigger like office, it's kind of like fast paced. You might even be setting up multiple rooms at a time for different procedures. So it gets like you have to be on your A game. And with that being said, like you have to not be too shy to ask the doctor that you're helping questions and stuff like that. Like, do you want this out? What would you want instead? Because sometimes doctors don't always communicate that, and then you'll sit down and you're having to get up for certain things, and that is, I just don't like that. But I mean, all in all, there is ups to working. I mean, just, I guess it's personal preference. If you're someone who, you know, likes a change here and there, whatever, I would say it might be for you to work in a bigger practice. And it's not a 100% like, hell no, I would not want to like work in a bigger practice because of this reason, because these things obviously like rarely happen. For the most part, you are going to be working with the same group of assistants, the same doctor, but there is going to be a few times in the year where your doctor is going to have a vacation, and there's going to be other teams that need your help. So, but some people like that, you know what I mean? Being able to meet new people, new doctors, blah blah blah. And sometimes assistants do like switch off, like they feel like they would rather work with this doctor or blah blah blah. So there's pros and cons to the whole thing. If you hit it off with the doctor and the doctor asks for you, or like you would rather work here, this assistant would rather work here, you could always talk to the office manager, because that is another thing. Like, there's an office manager instead of being at a private practice where the doctor is the owner of the company. There is a office manager who manages, you know, like the doctors and everything. So like the doctors don't always have a say so. They do, but they don't, if that makes sense. There's still someone that they have to answer to. So you could always like sit down with the office manager and be like, hey, like I feel like, you know, it might not be working out with me and this doctor. Then they can have that conversation with the doctor. If the doctor agrees, then you guys could work something out. So rather the scenario be you're working for a private practice and there's only one doctor in the office and you guys just don't get along, or you know, stuff isn't working out, you don't have to go look for a whole nother job. You know what I mean? So there's pros and cons, but I just wrote down a few things that I felt like I would want you guys to know going into like a bigger practice. And yeah, another good thing I feel working for bigger practice is like, from my research, whenever I was researching like private practices, because I heard like private practices pay more. I've never worked for a private practice, so I couldn't tell you guys that or not. But I know that most of the time, because there are fewer employees, if you're an assistant, you would have to know how to do the front desk and how to assist. So like knowing how to schedule patients, or like do the insurance stuff, and all of that. In a bigger dental office, there's designated people who work the front desk, who do all the insurance and write up the pay, or what is it, the procedure plan, you know what I mean? Like when your doctor says that they need this and this done, they'll work that up and you won't have to worry about that part. Like you're literally just an assistant. So there's pros, there's also cons. So I hope this video helps you guys out with knowing what to expect from a bigger office. But if you guys like this video, like it up, share, comment, subscribe. Like I said, I am going to start a series. This is the part 1 video to the series, and I hope you guys come back for the next ones. But seriously, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.